Welcome to Apollo Bay and the start of my adventure on the Great Ocean Road walk. Now I'm not starting it today, taking off in the morning and from a caravan park about 2 kilometres out of town. Good morning, we're finally on the trail. It's quite humid, but beautiful nonetheless. So let's do a mock-up of the start of this video by doing a little slow motion first step onto the trail and a bit of dramatic music to go with it. Good morning, Mr. Magpie. I've left the beach, we're heading inland a bit now. We're into a bit more of a forested area. It is so steamy, but the sun's out and it's better than it pouring down with rain. Hopefully it stays away. Supposedly in the afternoon there's a chance of a thunderstorm and stuff. Just going to pause the video for a minute because up until this stage everything's been going amazing. I get this beautiful sunrise with amazing colours in the sky, epic views of the ocean, birds chirping and the beautiful sound of the ocean. My backpack's feeling good on my back, been walking for a bit over an hour and a half now. So everything's going well, happy days, and I'm also well ahead of schedule getting to my first little stop for the day, and that is Elliott Ridge campsite. 2 kilometres out from Elliott Ridge campsite, my left knee starts to ache. And after walking for quite some time, it starts to increase in pain. I stopped, took some Panadol and an anti-inflammatory tablet just to make sure that I could keep things under control. So getting to Elliott Ridge campsite, I'm sort of thinking, let's be smart, maybe stay here the night, extend my trip by another day, work things out with the company that's going to pick me up, going back to the caravan park a day later. Yeah, I think this would be a much smarter idea, I'm thinking to myself. That's when I got mobbed with thousands of mosquitoes, and I thought, there's no way known I can stay here, I'll have to press on. So I'm going to go back to the video now. I will be checking back in very soon because things are about to get worse. So I've been using a stick to help me get up the hills and everywhere. So the way I'm going, I'll be at Blanket Bay by dark, if I can get there. I'm going to eat this, catch you later. Mozzies are killing me here. I was seriously thinking about staying at Elliott Ridge, but the Mozzies drove me away. It's still hanging on to me now. I'm pressing on. I've got a little bit of movement after sitting there for a while. I've got a long way to go, but it's going to be more like this. It's just forestry tracks now. I can hear a lyrebird. This is where I stopped filming because my knee had totally locked up. I thought, I've got to find somewhere to sit down, gather my thoughts, come up with a strategy to, see where I would go from here. I could just see up in the distance there was a log, so I've walked up to it, hobbled up to it, sat down, took a few breaths, gathered my thoughts, and right, let's pull out the map and see where I am. See if I can work out how much distance there is left. I worked out it was about 9 kilometres to go. So what are my options from here? I can't stay at Elliott Ridge campsite because of the mosquitoes. I don't have any phone reception. I do have my personal emergency beacon, but I'm not going to do that. It's not life or death, and that's the only reason you would push that button for. So that's not an option neither. So I'm thinking, no one uses this trail, this four-wheel drive track. There's no actual tyre marks on the road itself. So it hasn't been used for years. But it sort of makes it fairly easy to, hobble my way along, because I don't have to lift my foot much, because there's not, except for leaves and the odd twig and that here and there, there's nothing really to obstruct me lifting my knee and my leg and keeping my knee straight. I'm thinking the trail's working all right for me. The grading's nice, it's very gradual going uphill. So that made me think that my best option is to actually keep going to Blanket Bay. I know it's going to take me a long time, as I'm already moving very slowly, like less than half normal pace. And on the downhills, I'm like snail pace. Now, I was waiting for a particular place to come up that I know well. Now, it's another turn off to Blanket Bay, but it's a crossroad. So I was looking for the signs that was coming up. And what you get is the undergrowth changes. It goes to sages, so they're like blade grass. Very vivid colours, that's what I remember. Reached that, getting a little excited and keen. This particular spot's coming up, this intersection, and there it is at the top of the hill. Now it's 2 bench seats and a sign telling you the distance to go to Blanket Bay. And the reason why I know this place well is my family, we used to go there to Blanket Bay for holidays over the Christmas period when I was about 8 years of age up until about 11 years of age. I am absolutely spent of energy. I've really got nothing left in the tank. I've been out of water for at least a kilometre. So, I'm getting a bit dry. 3 Ks to go, but I know there's a couple of big challenges here. It's all downhill. My second big hurdle, the worst one, is towards the end of going down onto the beach. There's about 200 metres of steps, very steep steps. And from what I could remember is that there's quite large gaps, so you're not actually stepping down, you're actually lowering yourself down. After a lot of time, I make it to the top of those steps, and I know I've got to go slow. Really take my time. It'd be so easy for me to fall over here, and I'm a goner if I do that. It's fairly steep. I'm very weak, so a lot of the time I'm actually going backwards using my staff to steady myself, grab hold of the step that I've just been on and lower myself down. So I did that for quite some way. Now I'm going to skip ahead to the last set of steps, which are timber. So they're the ones that go down onto the beach. Decided that I'd better start filming. So just have a listen to what I had to say at that stage. Oh my God. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, it's like 9.5 hours or something. Bloody hell. So I put my foot onto the beach and man, I was just so relieved. I stopped filming. I just didn't have enough energy for that. And I just let it all out. There was F words and all sorts of things, talking about myself, how much of an idiot I was. And I lifted my head at this stage and there's a guy on the beach fishing, looking at me going, yeah, you are a fucking idiot. Yeah, and then he went back to casting out to try and catch some fish. I got to the campsite, chucked my bag on the ground, took my jumper off, used it as a pillow, and I had a very short nap. So relieved I was finally there. I look at my phone, no phone reception still. I was hoping to be able to get in contact with a taxi company, see whether they can come and get me in the morning or something. I desperately needed to bail out of this hike. I wasn't going anywhere. I was really struggling to walk. Getting up, from sleeping on the ground, it was even a bloody battle. So I ended up deciding before I'd put my tent up that I would go for a swim. So I put my shorts on. That's when I saw my knee for the first time in a long time. Man, it's just blown up like a balloon. It was huge. I'm thinking, what do? Let's get the tent set up, which was very difficult because I can't bend my knee, but I managed. I just took my time, made myself some dinner, then went straight to bed. Generally, I am a very optimistic person. I know that for every negative, a positive will eventuate. It'll pop up somewhere. So I go to bed thinking, in the morning everything's going to be right, it'll work itself out. So I wake up to absolutely pouring down with rain. But I still kept optimistic. I looked at my phone and OMG, I've got one bar. I'm thinking it's 6 o'clock now. Let's wait till 7 and just see whether someone answers the phone. And they did. Oh, the relief that came over me. I still didn't know whether they could help me, but just the relief that they actually answered the phone at that time of day. I told them my situation, that I needed to be extracted from the hike because my knee was completely locked up. I can't walk. The reply that I got was, don't worry, Derek, we're going to help you out. Now, I can't do anything for you, but I know someone who's going to be there at some time this morning. So I'll hang up now and I'll give you his number. So I'll text it to you, which he did. I rang, answering machine. I thought, oh shit, just leave the message, see how we go. After about 5 minutes, I get a reply. I'm trying to explain my situation, and as he starts to talk to me, bang, no reception, gone. I hobbled up to a little bit higher point. I got the bar back again. I managed to get in contact with him. He tells me that he's 10 minutes away. So he picks me up because he's had to pick up a bus and take it to another location for the school that's doing a walk from Blanket Bay through to the lighthouse. So he tells me that he can't take me all the way back to Apollo Bay. He can only take me to the highway because he has to go back and pick that bus up. He drops me off. He tells me I've already rung ahead. There's another guy from another company that's on his way back to Apollo Bay and he'll pick you up within the hour. So I'm standing out there, it's blowing a gale, it's freezing cold, pouring down with rain, it's miserable, but man, the relief that I'm going to be looked after was just, overwhelming. Anyway, guy picks me up, and as we're driving along, he said, my boss told me to tell you that this will be free of charge. And I'm thinking, wow, what an act of kindness this is, you know, just amazing. So I got his phone number and I rang him up once I got back to my van and thanked him for, you know, looking after me and you know, the fact that he wasn't charging me. I just thought it was just amazing. So that was my disaster story. It's the first time this has ever happened to me with multi-day hiking, solo. I've done dozens of them and I've never ever had a problem at all. It's always been a great experience. So, you know, it had to happen eventually. I've been to the doctors, he told me there's no permanent damage. I just need to do lots of nothing, which I have been doing. We're now 9 days into the future. 2 days ago I started to exercise again, so exercising my legs and the rest of my body, but also doing a very short walk. So it's less than a kilometre circuit that I do, and I'll keep doing that for another week, and we'll just slowly build up and see how things go. So hopefully within the next, you know, I'd say at least in 3 weeks' time, there might be a chance that I can get back out and do proper hiking again. I hope you enjoyed my story, although it was a bit tragic for me. Yeah, learnt some lessons, met some interesting people and some people that just wanted to help. It was just amazing. Okay, if you would like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face just down there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you like this video, give me the thumbs up. It really helps my poor little channel grow. If you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this video. It takes you to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in the forest and open forest environments. Whenever I go on adventures, I always take you with me. When I buy cameras and camera accessories, anything to do with my mobile home and my scooter, I do reviews on them and give you my honest opinion on them. So go and have a browse. There'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. Now just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.